match, our final of the series. Heroic versus Gambit. Gambit on the T side start. Heroic setting up for the pistol round here. Seeing no kit, straight pistols, USPs and Kevlar. Nafani taking himself a smoke and a flashbang. I think a P250 was dropped for Shiro. And yeah, raid boss set in for what seems to be the A take early.
A fast set piece actually might be coming in from Gambit. This is a lot quicker. We saw a lot of passiveness coming out from them over on the T side of Inferno, but Nico is going to be starting off with a couple of kills. Heroic here in numbers towards the A side. Pretty much the whole team is here, and Nico is going to be on for a 3K. Can he find any more of this? Trying to take a fight out from Sandwich. Finally, a trade comes back in the 2v3.
Inters and Shiro left here. The last two players standing. Inters getting some decent trades. Shiro's raid boss yet to strike back at this stage. Inters going to get towards site. Look at that bomb to cross on Inters in particular. Default plant may be the best bet for them, and indeed they're watching out that CT spawn as a result. Waiting with that P250 as Inters gets the plant in. And we are now set for the retake. Heroic had no kit coming into this round. They did not buy one. And Shiro been watching the stairs area as Inters watches the site itself. Heroic going to go quickly into this one. No flashes for peaks. No info to give up. And the Glock sees what's coming his way. Shiro gets going and taken back. Inters with only one frag on the post plant. A triple for him, a valiant effort. But in the end, it will be the round for Heroic, taking the pistol on the CT side.
Look, decent recovery, I want to say, coming out for Gambit, right? We saw that from the initial set piece coming through towards the A side that Nico just rained hell down into that ramp position from CT. He's able to find a couple of kills. He keeps trying to tap away, ends up finding a 3K. And for Gambit, they're in a mad disadvantage scenario. They haven't really cleared out the whole bomb side. They end up doing a decent amount of damage and getting a bomb plant, which could allow a complete force buy coming in. But instead, they want to give their main AWPer a hero AK, just buying into some armor, getting an AK drop by Inters. This could be on to at least do a decent amount of damage. Heroic only forcing in 3 rifles and 2 SMGs, so a lot of investment coming forward into the second round.
Contrast that to the Gambit side. They themselves are on an Eco Hero AK. Seen this a couple times out from these guys, and this time around it comes in the second round. We've seen them go for the Ecos off the back of the bomb plant in Inferno. Incendiary is up, damage done to Hobbit early here. The HG is onto that lower position at the underpass. Shiro will also be suppressed from position as Heroic. Happy to sit pretty and wait for Gambit to strike.
You wonder how they place that AK. Do they want him to go super aggressive, or maybe like the second or third player out to just sort of trade? I mean, it could be just a lean out towards a B-side contact, couple of flashes, just try and see if they can waterfall out. And they've got a bit of med presence coming in from Hobbit. If he could pull some distractions away, that might limit the B defense.
2 flashes to get them into the B site. No one's there to defend directly, so there could be a bomb plant on the table here for Gambit. Hobbit sees the entire CT force coming at him. They all poured their way into the site. Stan will be able to drop Shiro. Axel's just going to focus on getting the bomb plant here. That's going to be their best effort. 2 casualties, not a lot of firepower. Beautiful tap from Boreb. And now Nico to clean up the last 2 players on the site. Good effort from Gambit. Again, their best bet was to go for the defuse. That's exactly what they're going to... go for the plant. That's exactly what they're going to get. Defuse being stuck by Cadian. And when you get the 2-0 start for Heroic, there should be rifles on the table for the T side.
They can actually drop an AWP. With that hero AK coming forward and a bomb plant that last round, Axel can drop an AWP over to Shiro, and that's exactly what's happening. Gambit, while the AK may not have done economical damage to their opposition, it does allow them to at least try and fly out from the apartments, get that bomb plant in, get that little extra bit of money going forward for them. So 2 bomb plants in a row, and now we go into a rifle round. And you sort of wonder, with that AWP from Shiro, where's he going to bring it out to? It looks like it's going to be a heavy mid stance, at least to start off for the T side.
Nades on, smokes down to that mid position. Gambit placed into the apartments for the most part. 2 players down upper pass control. Cadian focusing on that mid stack, hoping to catch someone past the smoke, but no one's going to present the opportunity here. It's Gambit going slow and careful in these defaults. Silent as anything so far, and silent as they like to go here in the early rounds.
Yeah, slow the time down and try and see if they can work the information, work the default. I mean, they haven't even had to use a lot of utility in towards this window room position, and Axel is already slow walking up to the top of con. They can kind of leave him here to be a bit of a lurk and start to take a bit of short presence to split in towards the B site with the bomb. That might be the call here for Gambit.
Smokes on Nafani with the AK. At the edge of one, waiting for his teammate to flash him in. Thinking about it. Here they go into the ladder room, and they catch off Borup nice and effectively. Good kill to open up the round here for Gambit. There's only one frag, and they're just starting to establish their presence here towards the B side, looking for a B split. Cadian is alone on this site defense with the AK. Got to get one kill to allow the rotations to come in from Nico, but he goes down to 5 versus 3, and Heroic don't even bother with going for this retake.
And this allows Axile to actually go a little bit hunting. Now, he's got to be careful on how quickly he starts to overextend, because they're going to be wary that there's going to be a bit of a hunt underway. And what I love, too, from Gambit is they don't even need that lurk, right? Like, that could have been the perfect opportunity if there's a bit of trades over at B that he catches them sort of off guard, rotating from connector to try and get to short. But it's not even necessary. Nafani gets a couple of great opening entry kills. Nico actually holding down the line. He's going to hold on to that AUG. And Gambit win a very convincing rifle round.
Yeah, again, great flash peek in towards the ladder room is really what kind of started it. And then finally turning up that secondary kill. Can't quite get a third just yet to connect to control. Gambit up to back away from that A site to ensure they don't lose any more of these rifles. AK staying in for Tesses, however. There's going to be some extra firepower for Heroic to work with, but the main concern is going to be that first on the board for Gambit. And they're not going to be allowed to spiral this lead and just completely blow Gambit out of the water here. Heroic back up on the buy, of course. Have the M4s and the AUG. No AWP early on here.
And we've seen that for Gambit, last 3 months, they've only dropped this map once out of 10 times. That was up against Virtus Pro in DreamHack Open December. Getting double digits to 10 rounds to the difference. Now going forward up against Heroic on Mirage. A couple of early nades coming through out from mid. Play going in towards a boost to ladder room for Borup. Gambit haven't really taken any early mid control at all. Very slow, very passive from the start.
Nades up, Nico. AUG watching as Axile checks position and looks up to the connector position. Knows that there's a player here towards the ladder room. There's actually 2 of them here. Opportunity to take some kills together. One player sneaks back out towards the short position. Heroic play a bit more of an off angle here. Smokes down, Cadian still sat there somewhere in connector, and Axile's desperate to find this kill past the smoke. It will start to clear in a couple seconds time, so Cadian opting to back off for it, knows that he's going to need some support to get out of there, and eventually he does make the move.
It looks like it's going to be a split towards A. Try and get this connector control. They've already forced Cadian back, and his back is completely turned. What is going on with that timing? Maybe just expecting that there's no more con presence, but he's completely wrong about it. Now the split into A can come through. Borup peeks out, but he only gets 1.
4 on 2 as the trade's been from Nafani. Nico looks towards bench, only gets that 1 frag. And Shiro gets the trade for the bomb plant. Pretty open for Stown, actually. Nah, not going to be able to deny it there. Forced back towards the B site, and the T's know where he is. Opting not to go for the hunt once again. Again, smart plays from Gambit to establish their economy state. I say that, and they are starting to spread away from the A-bomb site. But not go so far as the T-spawn or connector here. So, in the end, smart calls. And Gambit will equalize early here. We're set for a back-and-forth affair this time, Dweg.
Yeah, look, that was a bit of an awkward timing, right? I think the Gambit started putting a lot of pressure in towards both that window and a con position that, with a little bit of a distraction pulled away, Cadian kind of looks up towards a stairs position to ramp, and that's just a perfect timing for Nafani. Great trades go back and forth between both teams. Nafani gets a couple of kills, Shiro gets involved too, and Stan, well, there was a little bit of a moment where you thought that that bomb may have been too open for him, just opts to go for the save instantly. Another thing that's quite interesting too is that even though both these teams have played a fair bit in Katowice so far, neither team have played Mirage in this event.
I mentioned the previous history, as far back as it goes, nothing so far this year or in the last 6 months, let alone 3. No Mirage map has been played between the 2 of them, so exploring new territory here in this series. Appropriate way to close out the series on our 3rd and final map. AK's into the B site, entries onto the apartment's control. Borup with the P250 down here towards the corner. Has backup in Nico on his USP. It's only 1 upgrade pistol of this duo here, though. AK's out, tapping onto the 3rd man into the short control. Nico spotted and sprayed, taken out. 1 kill for Borup does come through, but he doesn't last long. Manages to deal with this last pistol, this Deagle out. Actually, TSS gets close, gets some digs together, gets Axel to drop, so decent damage done. Down closing in the back lines, might be able to get another exit. If they can get 3 kills, and you can call this a successful eco for Heroic.
I'd even call it pretty successful so far. Keep that M4 in play would be nice. It just comes down to a matter of timing with that wide swing out from Hobbit. Still hasn't seen anything from the apartments. The Stow maybe try to catch them off for some exit kills. Cadian, at least, might as well try and see if he can do something with this Deagle. I mean, there's nothing that he's really saving into the next round. Gambit, though, do get 3 in a row, take the lead back, and try and see if they can build upon this.
Oh, not landing his shots against Hobbit. Nice effort there from Cadian, but not to be in this case. Gambit take the lead back against Heroic. It was an eco round, so full buy can come through. They can try and respond to equalize on their own accord here, the Danes. Have the AWP on Cadian. Now, I've talked about this a couple times over the course of this map up, but, you know, Stown was always an impressive AWPer back when he was on those lower tier teams. I'm not sure if that's a role change. Honestly, I haven't been keeping up in that much detail, so he's rocking it with the rifles so far in this one. Cadian's yet to start in this map up, though.
Yeah, Stown picks up the secondary AWP a little bit here or there. You're right. Certainly when he's playing on Fragsters with Dragonfly and Refresh and what have you, he was a bit of a primary AWP then, but yeah, certainly now transitioning over to the Heroic side. Does pick it up every now and then, but it's normally Cadian that always keeps it for himself. The Hobbit, just a solo lurk out from mid. Been able to push quite far forward. There is a plan towards Connector. A fast plan towards B from Gambit.
Hobbit sees Nico, takes him down. Stown will try hold himself a little bit of a line into the bomb site. Molotov's and nades to his position. He should burn. He should fall. Axel credited with the kill. Bork also at jail, and they're reading his position so well they can't get a shot to kill him off. And Cadian with the AWP there. Brucey takes a shot to a 3 versus 3. Axel swings back, takes him down. Now needs to deal still with Bork. It's going to be Shiro to find him. And Tessa's back at the bomb site, dealt with by Axel for his 3K. And big sequences from Gambit. Now they're the ones looking coordinated and collected. Great efforts, great executes here on the T side.
Yeah, it's looking good, isn't it? That was just superb coming out for Gambit. Like, it was a decent hold coming through from Cadian towards the back of site, but even still, just the way they're positioning themselves on the site, the way they're creating enough space for one another, that they're not being lined up. Gambit getting onto a bit of a roll here on T side, looking very impressive. And that single AWP from Stown being forced out going into round 7. Outside of that, it's almost a bit of a hero AWP.
Deagle's out on 3 players for the Heroic side, so for all intents and purposes, yes, it is a hero AWP, and already that hero has been taken down. Borup does quickly grab that AWP, put it back over towards Cadian's part. He does turn the frag on towards Axel, so there's that. Nico doing damage, and actually Cadian gets a secondary kill. Sure, with his own AWP chimes into a 3-side play, but they've done a lot with a very little amount. Borup with his Deagle shot also grabs an AK for his trouble. So, 3 versus 2, smoke back towards jungle. Shiro trying to find an entry here. Taps through, Intus on 3 points of health. Now it's time to be concerned for Gambit. Heroic may well play that hero rifle setup, and they may make it happen for them. Smokes back, AWP shot not going to connect through the smoke. They're not going to fire off through the smoke. They look towards to get poof. Eventually connect towards Barb. Tess has seen his headshot angle not lined up here. And it's so low HP for Intus. He can't afford to take a bullet back. One player coming in from short. That's Cadian with his own AWP. Takes down Shiro. And Intus on 3 points of health. Gets a frag back. Now needs to clutch it in a one-on-one scenario. But again, the HP numbers are so different from each other.
Yeah, he's just getting quick over towards that B side. Get that bomb down and then just see if he can play it from there. The low HP is certainly going to be a bit of a worry. Crossing out the path towards Market. Cadian coming in very quickly. The AWP out can just get him with the pistol. Intus maybe try to swing. Misses AWP shot comes in and Intus clutches it. Is there no information that gets transferred over? They must have not known how low he was. Otherwise, for sure, Cadian would have tried to get him with the USP. They must have not known how low he was.
You'd think so. It would have been a smarter play to swap to the pistol given those circumstances. That's such a low amount of HP. And a crucial mistake costs them. Gambit, however, will be the ones to take the tactical pause here. Heroic. They have been shut down pretty effectively. I think this is 5 rounds in a row for Gambit, if memory serves me correctly.
Yep.
All the way up in the lead. The double AWPs can come through on the rebuy for Heroic, though. It will be limited with 1 SMG in play. But back in between KD and Stalin, they've got to make some impact happen.
Yeah, Gambit. Now, this is something that we did kind of see as a reverse, right? Like, we saw that on the map of Inferno, they got off to a really good start on CT, but then the T side kind of crumbled. We saw out on Overpass, it was actually Heroic was the ones on CT that got off to a really good basis, and it was a comeback from Gambit. Now we're actually seeing them being sort of the forward pushers on the T side. 5-2 lead. Heroic just trying to see if they can find some comfortability, try and see if they can get some of these rounds back. I mean, even the buy coming forward, yes, you've got the double orbs, but it's going to mean Borup's down to just an SMG.
Now that one MP9 again is going to be the main sticking point, the sore thumb in Heroic's finger, in Heroic's hand, I should say. Oops. Hoping for something back here. Borup's placed in towards the ladder rooms where we can take close range engagements against players that move up towards short or try and make their way in Sniper's Nest. Ready for angle against KD, and that's not going to happen here. Molotovs will try to drive players away. Gambit, again, with the slow defaults, just taking passive mid control.
Yeah, they're really starting to dictate the pace of this first half now. Heroic have really just not tried anything too aggressive. Nade stack comes out towards Connector. That doesn't really do any damage. Splitting towards B, and really there's only one defender. Borup's going to be stuck out from ladder room. He's the one with the SMG, struggling to find the frag, and now Stan's alone.
Gets one kill though. Kaden with the AWP on the other side, peeks in to connect to get Shiro to drop, and now rotating in to join the B defensive. Stalin still focused on short control. AK Nafani sees one player, takes it down, opens up access to the A bomb site. That bomb can make its way back through underpass, and Hobbit reads it so well. 20 seconds, the bomb plant can come through. They can't deny it from the short control. Nafani will hear players crossing. They better check out our CT spawn area where Kaden is going to be a problem. The bomb plant's got to come in safe though.
Yeah, Nafani's got complete control over from mid, so they'll have to know that the majority of the rotations have to come through from CT. Doesn't quite hear that third player, but certainly heard two of them. A little bit of utility to work with on the post plant. HG coming out towards CT spawn. This is where Heroic are.
Down, looks on, spray through, doesn't connect to Cadian. Instead goes falling into back in the open, no hard cover, takes out one frag. He's holding this to Orpris down, sees his shadow, but still the wall bank comes in. Nafani forced to reposition, no one's on the defuse. The Incendiary is coming in, the smoke goes back up, and now he's going to face real quick. Take down the one OP player, straight through blind, can't connect down! Finds it in the end, makes it a quadra, and keeps it alive for Gambit.
Jeez, what a round coming out from Gambit. Think of the mid-round call, right? It looks like they're going over towards the B side, and by all means, looks like the right decision. They deal with the ladder player. There's only one AWP over at B. The rest are over towards the A side. They bait in the rotations. They go back over towards A. A great kill comes out from mid to get that 3-on-3, and a clutch comes through. Gambit, 6 in a row on this T side.
Look at Nico trying to change the pace here with his own aggression. Axile can turn it back against him, tagged up solo, needs to escape. Stan will get his deagle on short to take out Nafani, but Tessex falls to Shiro's AWP elsewhere in the apartments. Heroic going a bit too aggressive for their own right. 2 for 1. And only an SMG is what fell for that CT side, if I'm correct in thinking. Either way, nothing's been picked up by Heroic. Still on the hand cannons here on the half-buy.
4v2. This eco is just really getting picked apart now. It was a decent start coming through for the aggressive underpass play, but that's all that's really happened. And Cadian and Borup, if they can get one more kill, then great. You know, they're trying to do some damage to this T-side economy, because there are certainly some players for Gambit that are getting a lot of cash. Shiro in particular is already nearly 10k. Certainly will be post-buy. Gambit just pulling distractions out from mid and allowing the bomb to start making a bit of a move in the apartments.
Yeah, no one's on the B side defense. It's just jungle and Sniper's Nest. So unless it goes through underpass, it can completely evade the entire Heroic side. Molotovs will not be subtle about their execution. They will face on one player in that mid control. Better be wary that they don't drop that AK. Shiro does get domed by Borup. That's well patiently played, so one rifle can get recovered. But from here, their best bet is to save that rifle into the next round. Pushing up short, actually? Okay, no, just grab the second AK.
Hey.
Okay, there you go. 7 to the board of Gambit. I think the Heroic can be happy with the half buy. Again, they went in with Deagles alone, get 2 casualties, 2 extra rifles, 2 upgrade AKs as well to work into the next buy.
Yeah, it's a great eco. I think Gambit will honestly be kicking themselves a little bit that they'll allow these AKs to be saved in. But look, it's another round, and sometimes, no matter how happy you can be with an eco of what you bring forward and what you end up with, if you're not winning rounds, then it doesn't really help your situation at all. Heroic have got to pull something together. Now, the money, it was just an eco, so they can invest into double orbs again if they like, both onto Stan and Facadian. And they're going to take their first tactical timeout of this last and final map, Jay.
Yeah, we're up to 7 rounds in a row for Gambit, right? So that would make a lot of sense. Have not had anything since the pistol and conversion for Heroic. And again, that conversion was an eco, so Gambit making the best of their funds. And once again, they're off on a flying start here in the first half. We mentioned previously that the reason why they were able to turn that final scoreline in their favor over on Inferno was because they got themselves such a one-sided affair in the first half. And it's encouraging to see that their T side is being just as good as their T side has been over in Tier 2. So can Heroic adjust against it, or will Gambit be able to take an absolute stormer of the first half, maybe even stormer into the second half, because their CT side could also look pretty good at times. We'll cross that bridge when we have to get to it, though. Right now, it's default setting double ops set up again for Heroic. AK on Borup and Tessus, double ops on Kaelin and Stan again. And of course, full set up with the AKs and single orb for Gambit.
A bit interesting of what Gambit are doing here. They've got a lurk out from the apartments, a lurk from mid, and then 3 players with the bomb, maybe just trying to explode out from Palace. Oh, it might be a slow walk instead, actually. They might be able to catch off the player from CT. No, the AWP finds that first pick. Good start coming through. A heavy lurk over towards B, finds a one-on-one trade.
And Borup with that kill on Axar, 2 for 1 overall. And that bomb rotating out of Palace instead. They were going to go for the A play. Now they're going to think better of it. There's 3 CTs here as well, so rotations could be inbound. Hobbit taking a face, almost giving up his life for it, but just peeking at the right moment. And now going to try to draw the player out from short control. If he can get Borup, that can be a quick rush in from the Gambit side. But no, that bomb's going to go out towards mid. They're going to try to play the default out here. They're running out of time.
Yeah, they are. They need to pick back. They need to try and force one of these CTs forward. There is not a lot of time to work with here for Gambit. Leaving that bomb up towards top mid, smoke off the top of Connector. That's a big kill from Hobbit. This could now allow the split in towards the A side.
Oh, but a swing from Tessus as Hobbit's caught reloading, taken out to a 3 versus 2, and Inters, who was pressing up ramp, is now backing off. The bomb's making its way out the apartments. He's going to try and lurk in, going to try to stun him on the idea of a last-second take here. They heard the scopes towards the AWP, though, so surely they should know that you can't be here alone. Good kill on Tessus, though. That draws the second player back. Borup's going to leave B completely open. Inter's on a sneak back. This is going to be a bomb plant here towards default. Do they read it? Borup. No info to this, knows that Inter's made his way out, gets that kill. It's all going to remain on Shiro, the big green gun, getting a bit further forward. Oh, lands a shot. No, he misses. It returns back to his own right here. And now goes back towards the balcony here to try to fend from the apartments, keeping his eyes on shore and back to the back lines. That Molotov burning a couple players very low here from the Heroic side. Of course, he's got the bomb in his complete sight line. Very tight angle to hit, though. Sees him come in, sees the jump face. Second face from the Deagle, nade back to 2 points of health. They're on the bomb now. He's got to get there. He's got to get there. It's a 10-second defuse. Sees his man, takes out the first. He's back on board. Lands it and clutches it again for Gambit. That's 8 rounds in a row for the Russians.
It's another clutch in this big streak from Gambit. And think about Heroic, Jay. They've been in so many situations now up against the 1vX. And as well, as soon as Shiro misses that shot out from Market, you kind of thinking to yourself, right, that's it. We've got the advantage. He puts the incendiary down. They run through it. He gets up to the apartments and clutches again for Gambit Esports. Heroic taking another tactical timeout. Oh my goodness. What a streak this is from the CIS.
Unreal. Even when they're pushed back, even when they're pressured, even when Heroic have the advantage, Gambit finding some sort of way to outplay them and just continue the hype train. Unbelievable. 8-2. The Russians picking up the pace here, continuing to make this happen on T-side. Broken buy for Heroic. Yes, they are a little bit low on economy themselves, but they should be able to afford another buyback going into the next round. And look at the slow pace in from the CT side, feeding themselves to Hobbit. That's basic. Gambit taking those 2 frags, Orpacadian revealing his position, naded out position. They've all fully rotated towards the A play as well. It's not even an execute here. That's just 2 opening frags.
And look at how they get a 5-on-3 and they're still running a default, right? Like, after getting 2 picks like that, you could think, right, we're just going to go in for a site exi. But no, they keep running their default out. They keep playing the mind games up to Heroic, and just great positioning coming out from Hobbit. They start to slow walk in from ramp, and they just get mowed down completely. A split on the cards. They've already opened up B. They could bring that bomb over, or instead they could just backstab out from CT.
I think that's what the play is from the Farney. 57 seconds. That bomb's going back towards the B site.
Yeah, safe.
Full stack in from Heroic. And just that walkout. He got there towards short by being very silent and careful. Now Axel's going to cut off rotations here towards the connected control. Molotov's put down to sell him as he actually pushes forward to get the kill on the SMG player. Now it's the Orbs left standing at CT spawn. Gambit coming alive in a way that not even Inferno could be compared to. Axel looks for 2 and 3, and he gets them all. 9-2. Where have Heroic gone? Where have the Danes disappeared to? Because they could disappear from Katowice as a whole.
This may be one of the best T-sides I think I've ever seen Gambit play. Like, you just have a look at that round right there. The way that they've able to get a couple of opening picks from ramp. They are able to get a lurk out from B, from Nafani, and then straight away, you've got Axel that's running up con. They realize if we keep putting emphasis over towards A, we can make sure that we hunt down the players just trying to save in. Stown trying to go somewhat aggressive in from Palace all by himself. It's a lean over towards B for the CTs. To Gambit see this position. It's got to be checked, and yeah, there it is. Straight opening kill gets found.
And Deagle half by leaning in towards the B side, as you mentioned. 1 player on short, tapped up by Hobbit. They are just on point. They are just not missing a single thing right now. There is nothing the Heroic can do to break these guys unless they're on the full rifles here. Even Axel leaning up to position. Sees 1 player in market, does not hesitate to get that kill, could get swung upon, and indeed, yes, Canadian does get 1 exit frag, but it's only an exit frag. Nothing to recover this round here. We'll go 10-2 up for Gambit. Let me repeat that. We're going to go 10-2 up for Gambit against Heroic on the 3rd map of the series. And they were decimated initially on Overpass, brought the comeback and failed. They brought the comeback on Inferno and won it by the margin of a single round. And here we are back in sheer confidence for these guys, and you must wonder, is the upset on the table now?
It's looking like it. It really is. And look, one thing you got to have in the back of your mind, 12-1 scoreline on Overpass, Inferno, sorry. They just went it out. They had a massive lead, a huge lead, and it went down to 30 rounds. I don't want to say I'm getting flashbacks because it's still a fantastic streak and Gambit are playing incredibly well, but that's something you got to be thinking about is how Heroic were able to come back to such a margin over in that 2nd map. Aggression now coming through out from mid in towards the underpass, but it looks like it's going to be a set piece in towards A.
And the Orpacadian kicks things off with a kill on Hobbit. Axel can frag back on Tesses. It stalls the execute for the moment. Nade stacks in, don't do damage. The flashbang will force that player away. Molotov into Dark. They see the Orpa, they take it down again. The AK's winning out against the snipers, somehow, some way. M4 in, the Farney takes that kill, pops right back to Sandwich, and smokes go in, Down is suppressed from the site. Bomb can get picked up and planted. It's a 4-on-2. And Gambit just not missing out these chances here.
They're winning every gunfight. Every single gunfight they're winning. Yeah, maybe there's a trade every now and then, but when you think about the majority of these T-side rounds, we're just seeing Heroic not being able to battle out when it comes to the trades. Borup and Stan just have no option but to save. The AWP had a great opening kill, and then once they have the 5-on-4, immediately Axel from top mid on the lurk gets that 4-on-4 back. Then we see Inters running out from Palace, sees that AWP out from CT, he's dealt with. Gambit continue their streak on the T side. And the kill distribution, Jay, that's probably one of the elements that I love coming out for Gambit. It's not as if someone's dropped 30 kills. It's not as if someone's solo carrying. The kill distribution is so close between all of these players from Gambit.
Yeah, bottom fraggers of 8, top fraggers of 12. Gambit looking solid compared to that last one, where it's Axile and Shiro that really popped off in the first half, and that's just even more encouraging going into the rest of this matchup for Gambit. 11-2. We were in this position once before, and for Gambit, it was just enough to get them past the finish line, and with the way that they're playing right now, it may be a hell of a lot more. Aggression from the CT side, Incendiary's down at ramp. Hobbit with his back turn, boost up with the AK, and the finally does not see that AUG player. And the default set to look in towards an A split here.
Yeah, look, they're taking a bit of a risk here, Heroic. They're putting a lot of emphasis towards A, really just having that single player of Stan just jump spawning out from the van position. Tessus gets flashed in towards ramp, gets that first pick, drops that bomb too. Finally, a good start coming in for Heroic. They've surely got to capitalize on a round victory here.
Rotations are a bit slow, but the T's do not find anything out the Palace entrance. Inters and Shiro opting to back off. Axile looking in from underpass. There's aggression from Stown as well towards the apartments. He's going to get info for his team. But again, the main focus is going to be breaking this site defense here. Heroic have the crossfire set to lock out the players from the bomb control. Or Pashiro, how is he going to get here? How is he going to try and look into this ramp position? Drop down in.
Backstab from Stown.
Back's turned. Stown, yeah, you're right about that. He's probably going to take this round apart unless Gambit act real quick here. Flashes over. They get the bomb control. Nico seen, still gets Axile regardless to a 5 versus 2. Nades up, and all Stown has to do is deny the rotation here. Don't have enough time for it regardless, so the bomb gets dropped another time, and now it's Inters left alone in a 1 versus 5. And that's the most confident we've seen Heroic all half, taking such a long time to get here. Breaking the round streak of Gambit, who had 11 in a row. It sets them up for the second half. But Heroic need a lot more to bring it back.
Yeah, look, that's going to be one of those rounds where they put smiles on the face of the Danish side. I can imagine only what the frustration must be like, the disappointment perhaps as well, knowing that they are down a massive margin of rounds, and they could potentially be getting knocked out of IEM Katowice, Jay. Gambit have got an 8-round lead, and you sort of wonder as well, what is their game plan to be able to return? Now that Heroic have won that first round, do they turn the pace up a little bit? Do they continue running out their default? Well, at least for Shiro, he waits for aggression out from Palace, and it just comes straight to him.
Acadian first to 4. Once again, Gambit starting things off on the right foot. Nico in the midst of that connector smoke. He's got 2 players behind him. Nade back towards ramp control. Does he hear the footsteps? Hobbit sprays through. Damage has been done. Makes his way out and gets the frag. Tessas with a trade back. Holds down. Gets a double with Star. Also getting the orb picking back. And Tessas to 5 HP. Eventually falls to Shiro. No scope. Wall bang. Somehow connecting that. But now needs to look back at Firebox. Bomb plant can come through. Aura unable to deny as it's behind the default box. It's not on default itself. Incendiary onto Firebox will force that player away. Stown coming in from connector control. Got a player at Sandwich and a player outside of Dark. AK, does he see Borat? Well, I think maybe Shiro has. Shots not connecting towards this player. All they have to do is stall for time. Heroic have got to go for the hit. Inters tagged. Molotov's in. Should try and drive him out. Or drive Shiro out instead. Into the open. He'll face. He'll still get a kill. Taking minimal damage. Stown's out of time. P250 tap up. Got to get on the bomb. Taps in one. He's trying to bait for kills. He's not going to win the round though. So close towards it. Can't find that bomb. Inters has got it. There's not enough time. We will see a 12-3 half for Gambit. Looking at their CT side with victory in their eyes as we head to a break.
Look into your eyes, I see the colors of your soul, and I recognize every single line, every single roadblock. We are 2 hearts that beat in time. In the towers, looking down all night, blocking out the sun that we need. Maybe we can change our stripes and colors. You're the only one I see. And I take it all or nothing. take it all or nothing at all. Driving through the night till I'm at your door. Go outside, stay up all night, sleep through the sunrise. Look into my past and I count the numbers of the dreams that I left behind. I don't even care now that I've discovered a new kind of peace of mind. Up above us, looking down on us, there's an angel I know. We don't need to worry or discuss much. It's time for me to hit the road. Take it all or nothing at all. Driving through the night till I'm at your door. Go outside, stay up all night, sleep through the sunrise. Take it all or nothing at all. Driving through the night till I'm at your door. Go outside, stay up all night. And I take it all or nothing at all. Driving through the night till I'm at your door. Go outside, stay up all night.
Can Gambit do what we thought was impossible and eliminate the former #1 in the world? I think we're about to find out. 12-3 up for their CT side. Heroic better be geared and ready to strike back here on a pistol round. They will get that first kill on Axel to kick things off here on the second half. But they need more than just kills. They need something deeper than that to counteract the Russian Revolution that has come up before our eyes. Out towards the mid-control kill, found rotations right back in towards A, in through Palace. They'll have one player to deal with it on the CT face.
Now, this is an aggressive approach coming through from Hobbit, and he could get punished, but he could also do magic. Drops that bomb, finds that first pick. Rather than falling back, he stays aggressive, looking for a little bit more, trying to tap away. The trade comes back, and now the rotations start to come over towards the A side, but Heroic are now starting to lean back over towards T-Spawn. They've got alert coming out, though, from Nico and Sandwich.
Nafani's watching out two different angles. He's alone. The CT is trying to gamble on the idea that there might not be an A play. They've seen nothing out here. They've heard nothing. Nico could be a concern because Nafani's there with the pistol and the defuse kit in play. He does go down, but you only saw that one CT player, or sorry, that one T-side player, so do they still think it's going to be the A site? Or Shiro's going to look towards short, see them all coming, take down another frag. Got to hide back here, though. Got to funnel them in towards the short control, allow Inter to do his thing. Can't catch them now. Inter's forced out, gets one kill on a return. Shiro still taps up 2 frags, but he doesn't pick up the kit. He's going to be pressured for time on his retake, but Tesses is low HP. On the defuse right now. Shiro facing round the corner. Tesses swing up, and that's a headshot for Shiro to clutch it still, for Gambit to take an all-important pistol, a 13th to their board, and Heroic are in deep duty now.
Oh, he's done it again. He has done it again. My goodness, Shiro. Shout out to Peter from HLTV who just put up a tweet before. This is Shiro's 12th clutch of IEM Katowice J. 12 clutches he has had so far, and he has just delivered to get Gambit their 13th. What a pistol round. The shots coming through. Even deals with the lurk out from Nico. What a round from Gambit.
You always say that after a clutch. What a round from Gambit. Honestly, Shiro deserves all the credit in the world for that one. Above all of his teammates. Heroic, desperate now. Absolutely desperate for a round. They've got AKs across 3 players. Deagle's in on the force buy. The bomb plant has bolstered them to this point. But can they make the actual rifles work? Smokes down on the standard set piece. On from connector jungle and stairs. But counter utility from Hobbit will stop them from making their way out of ramp.
Oh, nice timing actually for the T side to get up to connector. Nafani was just jiggle peeking, but now there's a bit of an angle to work with. Shiro with the AWP playing out towards CT, and Nafani's now starting to hear some of these footsteps.
As part of the smoke, they have no idea. They think they're clear. They fall 2 players. UMP steps up. And now the AWP Shiro set to chime in. Nafani trying to reposition with the AK in hand. Gets a kill on Nico. And Shiro flicks back to Tess's Gambit within 2. Within 2 of eliminating Heroic from the lower bracket. What is happening here, Dwayne?
I don't know. This has got to be one of the biggest upsets I think we're going to see in IEM Katowice. If this comes through, Gambit need 2 more rounds. And this is a tier 2 team that are only just getting the taste of the tier 1 experience, Jay. We've seen them upset in the past, but this could be monstrous. 11-round lead, fast play coming out from mid. Shiro connecting with the NWP to find the opening man advantage. Nafani here in Cadian in connector. This could be a 5-on-3, lots of damage coming through. Nico does find a trade out from the A site, however.
4-on-4 scenario, Shiro still watching. Oh, that flick is beautiful. He just knows. Borup finds a Deagle kill before it, and Nico's back at CT spawn. Are they ready for this? Yes, they are. Nafani trades it, and now the Mac 10's left in the apartments. Going to rest on Intis to try and deal with him. Incendiary to stall for time. They've got all the time in the world to work with here. Heroic backing up out of apps, may still go to play A.
Yeah, look, their options are limited here for Heroic. They've got a little bit of utility between them, but low HP on Tacadian, Deagle and Mac 10s up against 3 CT-sided players, Heroic. Where do they go from here? Time's on their side, so that's certainly an element that they can work with. And look at how passive Gambit are playing this. They are not aggressive at all. They are not taking any fights until they get that eventual information on where that bomb is leaning into.
There's no need to. Heroic got to force the issue with some incredible shots. There's the reason why the Deagle is leading the charge for Borup, because he knows that his only chance is to dome ahead, get a 2-on-2, and set up the post plant against Gambit. There's an AK back in Nafani, back at Firebox, not being read here with the timer being low. He could be the guy that shuts it all down. Cadian leaning up, Nafani still waiting. Cadian makes his move, shadow seen, kill found, bomb plant stalled for a second. Borup's got to go challenge his player real quick. Mac 10 up, spray through, target a frag in the midst of the air. Nafani takes the kill, and it's map and match point for Gambit. 12 match points for the CT side. Heroic, they're about to fall.
They just don't have anything left, Jay. There's no gas left in the tank. They are really struggling here, Heroic. They won the pistol round and anti-eco to start off this map, Jay. Outside of that, it has been 15 out of the past 16 rounds being won by Gambit Esports. Fast AKs coming out from ramp, and already it's the opening kill for Hobbit.
And Stown with the only other AK in play is trying to try and get picked up by Cadian. Fast plays in, enters with the Fama, seeing where they're coming from. Damage has been done. They're going to kill back on the T-side line. 4-on-4. Smoke back for Inter, should buy some cover. Hobbit takes out the lurker back towards the A-side. Kill comes through. 2 left. Great nade from Stown. Takes Inter's back. Nafani pressing in though. Takes up for him. Stown all that remains. 3 kills to his name. An AWP to his right, an M4 to his left. Flashbang in, allows the peek, but Shiro gets out of dodge. Doesn't opt to go for the kill instead. And Stown hoping for Hobbit to press forward to the smoke. It all comes out to timing. Crosshair placement. Oh, the tap's good. Up against the last man. He crosses. And now Shiro making his way in with a P250, knowing the Stown's low. The AK gonna tap up the next head. He's looking around the site, sees his man, but no. Shiro takes the fight, takes the win. 16-3. Heroic fall. The Danes fall. Gambit stay alive.